We are Anka. Stay tuned for updated real news.
Hello Anka Daily News viewers. We continue to share with you the critical developments taking place in the shadow of war. The Russia-Ukraine war has now taken on a new dimension not only on the front lines, but also in the struggle for strategic superiority. Each new day is filled with moves that could change the course of the war. This is a critical moment as recent developments are not limited to the prevention of a missile attack, but have also led to a significant blow to the Kremlin's prestige. Over the weekend, Ukraine's drone attacks on Russian air bases shook the world agenda. However, the course of events did not end there. While Ukraine was preparing for a new move after this attack, the Russian side acted against this threat. But this time, things didn't go as Moscow had planned. The successful interception of the missile attack launched by Russia by Ukraine's air defense systems is not only a military success, but also carries political significance. This development represents a loss of prestige for Vladimir Putin in the eyes of the world public. Now, let's take a closer look at the background of this striking event. We'll analyze in detail how Ukraine repelled this attack with its defense strategy, what targets Russia wanted to hit, and how all these events affected the overall course of the war. Important topics await us, such as Putin's reaction to the failure of this attack, the repercussions in the Russian public, and the steps Ukraine may take in the coming days. Let's examine these striking developments in all their aspects. Before moving on to our report, here's a quick reminder. As the Anka Daily News team, we are definitely 100% real. Neither me nor any of my colleagues are artificial intelligence. Even though artificial intelligence has advanced greatly, it's still not as good as us. By the way, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and turn on notifications so you don't miss our daily reports and explanations. We do read all the comments you leave on our videos, so please continue to share your thoughts on the content in our videos in the comments. Let us know what kind of content you would like to see on the Anka Daily News channel. Now let us begin if you're ready. Anka Daily News reports. Tensions in the Russia-Ukraine war continue to escalate on new fronts every day. The latest development was not limited to the interception of a missile attack. It dealt another heavy blow to the Kremlin's strategic prestige. The Ukrainian army struck a unit belonging to Russia's 26th Missile Brigade, which was preparing to attack from the Bryansk region towards Kyiv. This attack was not only a military success, but also another blow to the untouchability perception that Vladimir Putin had been trying to build throughout the war. According to a statement by the Ukrainian General Staff, the movement of the missile unit in the Bryansk region was detected through real-time intelligence, and Ukrainian forces carried out a successful destruction operation targeting the area. It was stated that the missile unit was likely targeting Ukraine's capital, Kyiv, but that this plan was completely thwarted. This development not only demonstrates the level of Ukraine's defense capabilities, but also indicates that Russia's internal military discipline and the security perception it projects to the outside world have been undermined. The attack occurred immediately after Ukraine carried out drone operations targeting various Russian air bases over the weekend. Attacks carried out in border regions such as Kursk, Belgorod and Voronezh once again exposed the weaknesses of Russian air defense systems. Ukraine succeeded in striking not only military targets, but also facilities considered secure in Russia's interior regions during these attacks. New generation Ukrainian missiles and UAVs continue their operations at low altitudes, which Russian radar systems have difficulty detecting. The attack on the missile unit in Bryansk is also seen because of this tactical advancement. In particular, the increase in military aid from the US and Europe has significantly enhanced Ukraine's technological capabilities. It's said that Ukraine's attack of this kind not only hit strategic targets, but also increased psychological pressure on the Kremlin. Russian President Vladimir Putin has been trying to convey messages of strong leadership, national security, and absolute control to the public since the beginning of the war. However, recent developments show that this image is weakening day by day. According to analysts, every defeat following the failure of Putin's invasion plan against Ukraine is causing even nationalist groups within the country to question their support. The destruction of the missile unit hit in Bryansk sent a very clear message to the Russian public. The Kremlin is no longer safe even on its own territory. Russia's 26th Missile Brigade is known as one of the country's most important ballistic missile units. The brigade had previously been the center of numerous attacks on various cities in Ukraine. Experts say that every vehicle, personnel and missile system lost by this brigade could have a significant impact on the course of the war. According to Ukrainian intelligence sources, many rocket launchers and radar systems belonging to the brigade were destroyed in the attack. In addition, several logistics trucks transporting missiles were targeted, and initial reports indicate that the attack resulted in at least 15 deaths and numerous injuries on the Russian side. Russia, which made rapid and aggressive advances at the beginning of the war, has faced significant challenges both on the front lines and in the rear in recent months. In particular, Ukraine's successful attacks extending into its interior have weakened Moscow's defensive reflexes. This latest incident in the Bryansk region reveals that the Russian army is experiencing coordination problems not only on the battlefield but also within its own borders. While Kremlin officials have not made an official statement about the attack, civilian records and local sources from the region confirm that the missile unit suffered heavy losses. Some experts argue that Russia's silence in the face of this attack, rather than responding directly, is a sign of strategic weakness. The Ukrainian army has adopted a new strategy in recent months that has changed the source and the course of the war. Conducting precision strikes on military bases, air defense systems, and logistics centers located within Russian territory across the border. This strategy weakens the supply chain behind the front lines, slows down the advance of Russian troops, and erodes Moscow's will to fight. The latest attack once again demonstrated how effective this strategy is. The danger is no longer confined to the front lines. Alarm bells are now ringing in Russia's own interior. Every target Ukraine strikes is not just a military loss. It is also a blow that undermines the Kremlin's control over its people. What do you think? How effective do you believe Ukraine's frontline attacks are? Do you feel safe near the Russian border? Let us know in the comments. We read and care about your points of view.